off my toe! Oh! Oh! Oh, no! Oh, yo, hey, what's up? It's Full Circus, episode 13. Ow, ow! 1-3, baby. The podcast is officially a teenager. How about that? I'm going to sip a little bit of my lemon water, which again, if you remember from a few episodes, it's really just me putting water back in an old glass that already had lemonade in it. It's still just as good. But anyways, how are you guys doing? Feels good to be back here with you on this beautiful... Stop! You know, I keep saying to myself, right before I start the show, we're not going to say the traditional things that I always say. Where I say, you know, it feels good to be back on this day, whatever day it is. And I say, they never said we could make it. I'm trying to get out of this pattern. The pattern is the key and the key. And I'm saying, just trying to break free from that. And the worst part is I just did this intro. I did freaking 3 minutes of it. And then I accidentally hit the backspace and I lost all of it. So we're redoing it. And I also said those same things on the first time. And I tried to stop, but I can't. Anyways, hey. How you doing? I'm doing great. I'm trying to just relax today. I'm trying to really slow down. That's the name of the show today. Slow down. Because I want to really relax in the podcast, right? And just enjoy. And so many times I just get amped up. And my voice gets higher and faster. And but I really want to just slow it down with you guys. So you can enjoy my beautiful, luxurious dulcet tones. Okay? Just pleasure. It's ear candy. That's what the show should have been called. But anyways, I want to work on really enjoying every second we have here. Because it's only once a week. I got to freaking get into it. And that's why I get so excited. I'm like, well, let me just cram everything I can say into one episode. And maybe you'll have to play the show on half speed just to really understand what I'm saying. But, you know, I want you to enjoy the real, raw Tristan. Okay? The full circus. So, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that today. Stop. I am going to work on that today. How do you be excited and slow? I don't know. I've never. Do sloths get excited? Have you ever seen a sloth just freaking like, oh my gosh, look, he's so amped up. This sloth is fired up. Has anyone ever said that sentence ever? Because that's who I need to be. I need to be this freaking slow and relaxed and calm, but also over the top, full of energy. So, what I would like is for someone to, I don't know, give a Red Bull to a sloth and see what happens. Because that's kind of the personality that I want to mimic going forward. But, until then, I think we'll just have to roll like, you know, regularly scheduled programming. So, hey, welcome back to Full Circus, everybody! What's going on in the world? I don't know. Are you freaking kidding me? My water fell down. I just recorded for another, 5 minutes. Gone. I freaking... Lemon water! So, hey. What was I have no idea what I was even talking about. I was just saying what's going on in the world. Oh, yes, okay. I said, what's going on with the world? I'm just going to have to replay it and pretend it's genuine for the first time. Like I've never said it. And you're going to have no idea when the original thoughts start happening. Honestly, neither do I. So now I'm going to pretend to be me from 5 minutes ago. Hey, what's going on with the world? I don't know. I don't know what happens in the world. But I'll tell you what is annoying me. Panic buttons. Because why is there a freaking panic button on the keys? So every time I try to hit unlock and I miss it, it's so close for some reason. The panic button's so close to it. I'm leaving the grocery store and it goes... And I hit the unlock and everything's safe. But why is that even there? And then I kept going. After I said that point, I kept going to say... It's just stupid because I don't even know what purpose it could even have. Like, if you can't find your car, hit the freaking lock button. It goes, pop, 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 and then you'll find it. Like, if you are losing your car that hard, you can't find it off that, then you have worse problems, okay? If you can't hit it by a doot, 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 if you need to hit the freaking panic button to find your car, then I don't know. You probably shouldn't be parking if you can't find your car. I don't know. I've never lost my car in a parking lot. I can't really relate to that. I know a lot of people walk out of the store and go, hey, where did I park? But I always know exactly where I park. And that's probably one of the biggest blessings I've ever had in my life. But still. And I can understand some people forgetting. Sometimes you're in the grocery store for a long freaking time. You come back out, it's night. And then after I said all that and I made fun of people who would lose their car, I came back and I said, again though, who invented this? Because it's probably the dumbest invention ever. I don't see any use for it. And maybe you're like getting mugged or someone's trying to steal your car. And then I'm like, hey, I'm still repeating things that I said before. I said, hey, well then how are they going to do that? Because you have the keys. And then I just kept on ripping the guy who made it. And I got flustered and furious. And I didn't know how to go on. And then I looked down to see how long I've been ranting to realize I haven't ranted at all, according to the script, because it wasn't recording at all. So there. We're basically pretty much all caught up. And that's all I really wanted to say about those stupid things. Is that they're just really, I keep falling victim to the panic button on this little key fob. What are you doing there, panic button? Has anyone actually ever used it? Because I haven't. I mean, I've used it many, many times on accident. Shut up! But, so I don't like that. I don't know who invented that, okay? Like, who is at the table of key fobs? Like, all right, so what's a good little thing? We can do anything with the car, okay? We could turn the windshield wipers on. We could unlock it. We could lock it. I don't know. Sounds pretty cool. And they're like, what if we made a super annoying alarm? And like, okay. Where are you going with this? And what if we made a super annoying alarm and we put it right next to the unlock button? Wait, do you mean the unlock button that you use every single time that you walk back to your car? Yes, precisely. So in that case, you can find it easily. And, furthermore, if you lose a car, you can find it with a panic button. Well, how many people are losing their car? They're going to need a panic button. Because, well, I've lost my car plenty. Well, you look like someone who would lose their car. But you know what? You do make a good point. There are a lot of people like that out in the world that might have a stupid need for that button. So you know what? You're getting a raise, Daryl. Yes! And that's how it happened. Freaking stupid inventor Daryl gave me a stupid invention. So, I don't know. Stupid panic buttons. Inventors. Freaking inventors. I've never invented anything that horrible. I've never invented anything really at all. I've had tons of ideas, but stupid ideas like that never come to my mind. I'll tell you, you want to hear one? I can't talk right because I'm so angry. I'm not actually that angry. I just messed up on my words. So anyways, some of my ideas, some of my best invention ideas, I had one where it's like Febreze underwear. I know some of you are off the wagon already, but I need you to just hear me out just for a second, okay? We all do it. It's a natural part of life. It's a natural part of existence. We all break wind, okay? Whether you want to or not, it happens. And you might think you can get away with it. Like a lot of times, I'll try and just break it and shake it. Like it's just... But I just freaking... I shuffle away. And I'll go into another... Like at a Christmas party, a very serious event. You're somewhere very serious. You don't want to be the guy who freaking ripped one. So I'll break it and shake it. I'll go somewhere else. I'll go by some other, group of people. But the thing is, it leaves a scent, okay? It leaves a trail. And if someone wanted to, they could find it. Like freaking fart cops. It'll just be like Scooby-Doo when they see like the pot roast. It'll just like linger. The smell will go through another room and they'll lift up off their feet and follow with their noses. And that's what fart cops can do. So there's a scent that is lingering around there. And if someone wanted to, they could track it. So you got to be careful. No matter how sneaky you think you're doing it. Some people are like, hey, I always let it out slow. And they think they get away with it, but they don't. They don't. There's a scent. There's a trail, no matter what. Honestly, it's almost better to just let it go and then move. Quick. Get out of there. But, I digress. The point is, this happens. This is just the way of the world. But what if you could prevent it? What if, I don't have the science, I would break the science down for you if I knew it, but I just don't have it yet. But what if, just imagine it, just some sort of weird lining in the cotton, and it was like a filter, a smell pass, a safeguard filter. So if you ripped it, all of a sudden it's just, is that summer mist? Is that spring roses? Wait, do you smell pumpkin spice? Could you imagine? Like, nowhere. No one could ever find you ever again. So if anything, you're like, you just, and we're like, wow, it just smells, you smell great today. What is that? Freaking Febreze underwear, Fabrunderwear. I don't know. It's working. We haven't figured it out yet, but it's a fabulous idea. It's so good. No one could ever track you. So long, fart cops, which, by the way, is a very dirty job that nobody wants. Up next on Dirty Jobs. Yes, we're tracking this guy throughout the corridor. Left and right. And he's freaking breaking and shaking, but we have him cornered. We know exactly where he is, but seems he's got his hands on a new pair of Fabrunderwear. Dun, dun, dun! Could you imagine how awesome that would be? I'm a genius! It would be the coolest freaking thing ever. Fabrunderwear. Just think about it for a second. I know you guys are writing it off, but just really take it in. Think about it. Think about a moment in your life where you really wish you didn't break wind. Really wish it didn't happen. Which should be every time. If you've ever done that at a serious event, you shouldn't wish that on anybody. But you know, there's definitely moments, there's cases where this could be very beneficial to the world. But anyways, I guess they'll just keep on making stupid panic buttons with their money. Okay? People spend their money on dumb things. Bad inventors. I say let's make a second panic button. I don't know what they're coming up over there, but it's not good. It's not good. Oh, so is the idea a little bit out there? Is it a bit insane? Perhaps, but could it also be the world's greatest invention of all time? Probability high. But I digress. I mean, I don't know if I really do digress. That was just a freaking beautiful thing that you guys need to think about. So I'm launching my Kickstarter, and if you guys want to contribute and help me get this thing off the ground, be a part of it. Be a part of it. www.fartcopsnomore.org, because it's growing. It's growing. So anyways, what else has been going on? My shirt is stained completely. Luckily, it's not actually my shirt. It's a hand-me-down. Well, it's like a hand-me-up. It's a hand-me-back. You know, because so we have 4 boys, right? There's 4 kids here. And some of us grow at different rates. Sometimes someone's in the lead. Like, well, not anymore. We're not really growing anymore. But when we were growing up, someone would take the lead in height, and then it would change. So you would get a hand-me-downs, but then you'd be the younger brother, and you'd be bigger, and then you could give something back. So it's not really a hand-me-down. It's more like a hand-me-over. You know, it's just a whatever. And besides, everyone just kind of steals each other's stuff anyway. I used to wake up in the middle of the night, and my brothers would just be digging through. Oh, where's the socks? Where's the shorts? Do you have any shirts? I'm like, yeah, there's tons of stuff in there, but can you not turn the lights on? It's 4 a.m. Like, it would just come out, psh, which is, the lights are so blinding, okay? That early, when you're looking for a pair of socks, there's socks everywhere. There's 6 people in this house. There's socks in any crevice you could look at, in any room. But they loved doing that, and that was, horrendous, but that's what they did. They were little thieving, conniving, conning sons of guns, okay? Home crimes. That's what brothers do. You do crime on each other. Yeah, brothers are great though. Brothers are great. I wouldn't trade a single moment of it for. I mean, I would trade many moments, especially being the younger brother. You know how many times you get picked on, how many times you get beat up. And when you would get hurt, there's no amount of fear in your older brother's eyes than when it accidentally goes too far and you start crying. It's like, what are you going to do about it? They're just pushing me back and forth like I'm in between them. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? And then I accidentally like bonk my head on the wall. I'm like, I start crying. And they're like, oh, and they're like the most caring people. Your brothers go from like the biggest jerks to the most caring people they could ever be in the world in a split second. In the blink of an eye, they're like, what are you going to do about it? What's the baby going to... Oh, no. Hey, wait, what's wrong? Oh, no. Do you want me to get you something? Do you want me to get you a sandwich? Do you want a Pop-Tart? Huh? I'm like, yeah, I guess so. And they would just be, it's like, so fast. How many times I remember being on my back crying and they were just like bullying me, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh shoot, don't let mom or dad hear you, quiet, and they put their hand over my mouth. We're gonna get you anything you want, Tristan. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be okay. Just don't worry about it. We're gonna get you whatever you want. Just say the word and it's yours. What do you want, my shirt? You can have the shirt off my back. And it was so fast. Because it would, like, God forbid anyone found out what was happening. It was the biggest. When you're an older brother, I guess you learn to negotiate very fast. You're like, okay, what can I give you that's gonna make you not do that? What's gonna make you stop crying? So you don't tell mom, don't tell dad. And eventually, my mom would come rushing to her screaming child's aid. What did you do? What did you do? That's not what my mom sounds like. My mom sounds super beautiful, but I can't replicate that. So, Mom, if you're listening, it's just because I can't do your voice. But anyway, she's like, what did you do? What did you do? And like, no, we barely hit him. We barely. And she's like, show me what you did. Show me what you did. And she would give her arm to her, like, now show me how hard you hit him. And then they would go, like the littlest baby tap. And I'm sitting there, pain, tears in my eyes, like, that's not what it looked like. And then they freaking, like, and she, oh, that's not that bad. And eventually my mom caught on, like, they were like, we just barely tapped him. And then she's like, yeah, what a bunch of baloney. And they would get in trouble. And then I would still get my Pop-Tart. So, yeah. Brothers are the best. But they could be a handful. I remember, so this I was never conned by this. I never fell into this trap, but my older brother Joey, so we would all sleep in the same room for a long time, and Joey was probably 8, 9 maybe, and he would ask Nick or I to give him a back massage, as he was falling asleep, and he said he would pay us. I think he said it was like a dime. It was like 10 cents for every minute. And Nick would do it. Nick would fall into this trap. And Nick would do it so many back massages over the years. Freaking condom money he never saw. That he would do like 15 minutes. Nick's only like 3 years old. He doesn't even know what a massage is. He's just like walking on his back, marching, bump, bump, bump. And just freaking conned out of money all the time. He was just like, oh yeah, for sure. Joey didn't have any money. He was 8 years old. He didn't have any money to give Nick. So he's just like, Nick, 3, he's like, yeah, sure. And then I'm just like, yeah, whatever, I'm going to bed. But I never fell into it. But Joey was a con artist too. They were all cons. Every one of us. We're all dirty liars. But anyways, brothers are great. They're so great. They'll always be there for you to freaking, when you're down on the ground, they'll be there to pick you back up. So they could push you back down. They were great. They were great, though. It was great. It was family. Family is the best. And I really wouldn't trade a single second of it for anything. Except maybe another Pop-Tart. I don't know. I need one of my older brothers to come and negotiate with me because they're masters of it. I got so many snacks. So many good things. But anyways, it was great. It was great growing up with a big family. We were just always together, always in the car, on the road, vacations, sporting events, because we would all play sports. So they're like... at a baseball field, there's just so many different fields. Some of us just all be playing at like the same time. It would just be so fun. It's like, it's like change the channel and you can go whatever you want. And I would finish my game and I'd walk over back and forth, and it was a blast. It was great. I mean, the family stuff, the baseball wasn't as nice. Listen, I liked baseball for a long time until you got to like kid pitch. Now, kid pitch is basically when you give, a child a very hard object, and you trust that he's going to try and follow the rules and throw it down in the strike zone. Now, even if he was a good kid, not the most accurate. So when we got up to that point, like I loved T-ball. Boom, crushed it every single time. Coach pitch, boom, amazing. But then all of a sudden, these kids take the pitcher's mound, who I know act out at school, and they're going to freaking sling these things as hard and as fast as they can and hope they're accurate. And all the throws are wild, they're sporadic, boom, 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 and then they're like, okay, now it's going to be it's a little bit different this year. But main thing is to just do not be afraid of the ball. You know how many times I heard that growing up, all the coaches, everyone, do not be afraid of the ball. Well, why not, dude? I've been hit by the ball. I had brothers. I've been hit by the ball. The ball hurts, okay? The ball does not feel good. Why not be afraid of the ball? And now you're freaking giving this kid who has a cannon, you're going to give him freaking ammunition? And I was terrified to step up to home plate. So, yeah, baseball was very scary. And I remember like one of the first games going into that, we had this kid was probably like one of the best kids on the baseball team, right? He was great. He was great at batting. We'll call him Ethan, because that was his name. So Ethan steps up to the home plate. Like, oh yeah, Ethan, go get it, Ethan, you got this. He's just freaking ready. He's got his baseball gloves on, his batting gloves, and this kid gives him the wind up. Slow motion. Ethan's ready, except for the ball's not going to be where Ethan wants it to be. The ball's going to freaking come right for his face, and he puts his hands up to try and guard his face. Boom! Smacks him in the hand. He's like, drops. Ah! 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 Everyone's screaming, Ethan down! Ethan down! And then they're like, remember, don't be afraid of the ball. I'm like, okay. And so they're like, they run, they grab Ethan, they pull him off the field, like, are you okay? He's crying. I'm like, wow, now the best player on our team is down. This can't be good. And so they pull off his glove, and his hand's all bloody, and I don't even know if there was bone or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea how hard this kid threw it. But anyways, I'm like, whoa, and he's like, don't be afraid of the ball. I'm like, okay. And Ethan runs away, and his parents take him, I don't know, to the hospital or something, and they're like, okay, Sartoris, you're up. I'm like, wait, what? So I'm like, no, I think I'm going to quit actually right now. And they grab me from the back of the jersey, pull me, okay, here I go. And they're like, okay, step up to the plate. Remember, don't be afraid of the ball. I'm like, you can't keep saying that, dude. Where's Ethan at? Where's Ethan? We can't talk about Ethan anymore. Ethan's old news. You got to be the star now. The star? Okay, I could be the star. I like that. I step up to the plate. I'm a star. And I look up and like, wait, never mind. I forgot there's a kid. The kid's pitching. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be a star. Here, freaking, with all this kid's might, freaking throws it as hard as he can. It's coming right for my face again. I duck, and I kid you not, I duck in such a way that the bat is above where my face used to be, and I'm ducking, and the ball strikes the bat as I dodge it like some sort of cool guy in the Matrix, but really I was just hiding and running from this ball. It was super dangerous, heading for my face. So I duck it, boom! It should have broken my nose, but instead I just got a perfect bunt. And they're like, dig it out, dig it out, dig it out, dig it out! Now your dad would always run that if you ever played baseball. That's all I ever heard my dad say. Go! Dig it out, dig it out, dig it out! Everybody run! Everybody says, the coaches, the dads, that's all you hear. You run, dig it out, dig it out! I'm like, dig it out! Like, oh, I got the ball! And I make it to first base. I'm like, I'm a star. And that was all well and good. And I don't know what happened to Ethan to this day. I don't know if I've ever seen him since. So, I'm still afraid of the ball. But that's what I hated batting I hated batting during kids pitch. I liked being on base. That was nice though. That was fun. So anyways, that's the end of the story. There's not really a big point except for the ball is terrifying. I've been hit by it so many times, and also during baseball. Oh, here's another quick story. I'm just going to say it. I'm not really going to lead into it. We were playing with this random kid, and I got hit with the ball. The end. Okay, guys, thanks so much. I love you. This has been episode 13. Dig it out, dig it out, dig it out, dig it out. I know it's super abrupt ending. I don't know why I'm just getting super amped up to end it, but it just happened. But I do want to say thanks so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you, think hard and long about the Febreze underwear. There's a lot of potential there. I hope you wear a helmet if you play baseball, and I hope you enjoy your family, okay? No matter how old you are, just never take your family for granted, because sometime in the future you'll have a podcast and you can freaking spend many minutes talking about him. All right, thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Ow, ow!